Hey guys, what's up? This is Flower and I'm coming today with a new vlog. I obviously want to talk about tons of things. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have the time to talk about everything. But I will start with this random thought that I had. I'm pretty sure I was tweeting about it a few days ago, but let me just kind of like elaborate and get into it a little bit more. I write, we're born to love, but we also weren't born to hate one another. The reason why I say this is because back in the day, we hear that people used to have sex with one another and there were no relationships. Monogamy was totally normal. So, meaning that back then, nobody really felt intense love for one another. It was more like neutral love. And I'm guessing that hate was created before love. Just because it's easier to hate somebody than to truly love somebody, right? This is just me thinking and wild guessing. If there's one extreme, there's also the other. And I'm talking about with anything, you know? If you believe in the devil, that means you believe in God also. Which is the people that believe in the devil are kind of a little confused. They don't know how that goes. The whole, if one thinks it's the other one too. That's how it goes. So I'm getting at how being in an honest relationship is a choice to try and bring balance into your life. The reason why I'm saying this and why I believe this is because when you truly find somebody that's like you and that's on the same page as you, they're going to mirror your soul. And you're going to see things in them of yourself that you need to change. And that's the point in a relationship where people think that they need to change everything about themselves to kind of like fit the relationship. No, it doesn't go that way. That's not the way it works. You get with somebody that's like you and they're going to mirror all the mistakes that you make. They're going to mirror all the defects that you have. When you see somebody that's like you want to change shit about yourself. I mean, that's how I am. There's always a lot of things that I seen in my mom that I knew that I was kind of like that, and until this day I'm like, I'm going to try to change this because I don't want to just continue to make the same mistakes my mom makes. So that's how it is with relationships. You either learn from it or you don't. Most people get their heart broken and turn into heartbreakers. That's only starting from zero because you obviously didn't learn a lesson. You obviously did not learn a lesson at all. So I'm getting into why I believe relationships brings balance into your life because of that reason. Because it kind of just tells you how you need to change and what you need to improve about yourself. Or you can spend your whole relationship blaming the other person you're with about everything. I mean, that's really on you. It all depends if you want to have a good relationship or a bad one. It's really your choice at the end of the day. So being in an honest relationship is a choice to try and bring balance into your life. Otherwise, you will be committed to one end of the spectrum, which is being alone completely and fucking here and there and having no stability. Or the other side of the spectrum, which is being completely obsessed with somebody and totally dependent to them. Yes? Okay. Alright. So, neither one of those extremes it's good. I mean, no matter who you are in this fucking world, and I wish I could go around to nursing homes and ask, nobody wants to fucking die alone. I worked in a nursing home before, and I've seen those 80-year-old men laying in them beds, sick as hell, and nobody comes visits them. You think that feels good? No. No matter how much fucking money you have, that shit is not cool. To be alone and to end up alone in your life, it's not cool. That's not the way of life. It's not. But neither is being dependent to an asshole forever. That's not the way of life either. It's called balance. You find the best for you, whether it's to be by yourself or to be with somebody, but you find the best for you. So, I believe that neither dependency or independency hold the key to a happy life. The reason why of that is because we live in an interdependent civilization. It's a little complex to understand that if you have this independent mind and point of view where you believe that you are yourself and you're not responsible for anything around you, and that's a lie. Even if you weren't there when people were making mistakes, or even if it's not directly your fault, we are all responsible for one another in this world. The definition of interdependent, let me get into that. Interdependent means to take responsibility for your own feelings, emotions in your life. That's the independent side of it. But at the same time, everything around you and everybody around you is dependent of you as you are dependent to them. No matter if you want to fight that or not, that is the truth. The people that love you the most, the people that you love the most, are the ones that are going to hurt you the most, whose words are going to affect you the most, and who will probably change your life the most. And you know what? We don't freaking notice half the time. Because half the time we trust these people. We take their word because we trust them, so we just believe it blindly. So this is what I'm getting at. Even though you think you're mad independent and the haters can hate and doesn't do nothing, blah 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 blah. If your best friend is fucking hating on you on the low, best believe that shit's gonna do something to you. Because your best friend is somebody that loves you and it's somebody that's part of your life constantly and they're there. And believe me, the power of words is immense and you wouldn't even imagine it. So yes, I believe we're interdependent. We are independent, we're responsible for our own emotions, for our own life, and to accept these emotions and things for ourselves, not to blame anybody else. And the dependency part is when you care for somebody, for one another. You care for other people, for the other humans around you. That's why we're interdependent. And if you still don't get what I'm trying to say, I'm gonna give you another example. For example, the mom that spends her whole life telling her kid, "Oh, you're gonna be a failure for doing this. Oh, you're gonna be a failure for doing that," and then the kid ends up being a goddamn failure. Why? Because the mom called it out before it even happened. For you to grow up around those words, you're either strong enough to freaking slap them off and grow out of that, or you will be put down because that's your mom. And what a mom says is very, very, very important. And moms talk a lot of shit. And half the time they don't realize how powerful their words are. And you know what? There's tons of people out there that are powerful and that can overcome all these things and that none of them affect them. But I promise you that the least person that you ever think will affect you. Because at the end of the day, we're all interdependent for one another. I'm going to tell you another form of connection that we have when it comes to being interdependent. Have you ever, coughed? No. Have you ever sneezed? And then have two other people in the room sneeze after you? That's a tremendous connection that we all have with each other. You may not believe me. You may think I'm crazy. But believe me, it is real. It is also when you're thinking about somebody and that person calls you out the cut, somebody that you haven't spoken to in a long time. That's a connection that we have with one another. And people don't want to believe this because they think it's so magical and so incredible. But no, we have this freaking immense connection that connects all of our spirit with one another, and we don't look at it that way. Everybody looks at their problem as individual ones. Everybody just wants to blame somebody else, and that's our worst mistakes. We have to blame ourselves for getting fucked over because we set ourselves up for that, and we have to learn from that. Not turn like the people that fucked us over. Like I said, that will be you starting over from zero, because that's what that does. So I know I said a lot of things, but my main point is interdependency and balance. One end of the spectrum is not good, neither is the other one. Love can be horrible, hate can be horrible. What about the balance? Love can be rough, hate can be rough. What about the balance? So, with my beginning idea, which is when I brought up how back in the days, people used to just have sex with each other, I believe back then hate nor love existed. I believe everybody was neutral because everybody could handle it. Once possessiveness came into the picture, it was done. Once we believed that we owned other people, it was a wrap. Because in that moment, hate was born. And with hate came love. Because those are two ends of the spectrum. But the other one does not exist. And that is the truth. And not only that, but hate and love are so similar. It's crazy. And that's whole nother topic that I should get onto in another video vlog. But I am going to say this. Love and hating somebody are truly not that different. When you hate somebody, you love something about them in a very negative way. It's all about balance. When you truly don't give a fuck about somebody, you do not talk about them, you do not wish them anything, because that's what truly not giving a fuck about somebody means. So let me not get off topic like I always do. I'm gonna let you guys go now. Let me know what you guys think about this whole interdependency thing. You don't have to agree with me on the relationship thing, but on being neutral with people, I think you should agree with me on that, because it's the truth. There's more hate in this world than love. People throw around the word hate easier than love nowadays. And that's worse, because hate is a negative thing, and the power of words, it's crazy. Alright, I'm gonna go now. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog one more time, and have a very good day, alright?